Well, when the final agreement was reached, or the tentative agreement, as we say, was reached in the wee hours of Monday night, I was mainly just relieved that we weren't going to be on strike. Those were my initial feelings. In general, I trust the big bargaining team and the union leadership, and so I assumed that if they were okay with moving forward, that there must be some decent language in the contract.
It's not a perfect contract, but I think it was probably the best we could do at this moment in time.
We were in the same situation. I found out at 12 o'clock, so that's where I'm saying I didn't sleep that night either, because I suddenly had to change the entire week plan that we had in place and shift back to everything we had to do the next day to make sure that not only were all the custodians and everybody who was supposed to be here the next day ready to go, but that also my teachers and students and everybody was ready to be in school.
It was a surprise, I think, to everyone to think that they were able to come to an agreement even at the last minute. I know that it's stressful. It was stressful for everyone, but there wasn't really a way around it. They've been trying for a very long time to come to an agreement, and thankfully they were able to, and thankfully we're not on strike and we're able to continue without having a break in the education.
Neighborhood schools ultimately should be the center of the community. There should be resources for students in every neighborhood school, in their families, and Chicago Public Schools needs to genuinely invest in properly funding all schools across the city.
Because although we now have an agreement between the Chicago Teachers Union and CPS, we still don't have equal funding from the state. So I think the next focus, I don't think the fight is completely over. I think this chapter is done, but I think it's time now to move into the focus, which is fighting for what our students here in Chicago deserve.